What's an outdated fact that you were taught in school that has since been disproven? The food pyramid. You can see the Great Wall of China from Space ISS. Taste bud zones on the tongue. You won't always have a calculator in your pocket. Pluto, you beautiful son of a bitch. I still believe in you, my dog. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. I was taught that Mercury was the hottest planet. A student corrected them on a national level and they changed how it was taught. The US will be using the metric system in 10 years. You can be anything you want when you grow up. I was taught some version of genetics being immutable, so the emergence of epigenetics as a field has upended a lot of my understanding of how genetics and environment interact. They told us that smoking one marijuana cigarette was equivalent to smoking 20 cigarettes and was 10x more carcinogenic. Blood is blue in your veins, but turns red when it hits oxygen. IDK, if it was really a fact then or been disproven, but I've learned it's not true. Growing up, I was literally led to believe, and definitely not the only black person, that Eli Whitney, inventor of the cotton gin, was black. Humans have only fight or flight responses to stress. Carrots help vision. Sitting too close to the TV harms vision. Can't swim within 30 minutes after eating. Masturbation will make you go blind. That was Persister Mary Elephant. That craftsmen and other blue collars earn less than office workers. What a load of bullshit. I before E except after C. The difference between man and animals is that animals don't use tools. Myth busted. That eating cholesterol raises cholesterol. Never mind in school. I'm still getting over the lie my father told me about the interior light being on while driving. The hole in the ozone layer will never go away. The best case scenario was that it would stay the same size. Stomach ulcers are caused by stress. That the colonizers were believed to be gods by the indigenous populations and empires of the Americas. It couldn't be further from the truth. They were actually seen as strange, and everyone wondered why they smelled so bad that they had to light incense in their presence. The 4 food groups. Dairy is 25 of the total. Really? Basically every atomic model. In India, they teach us a new model every year starting 6th grade, starting with Rutherford's. I understand the necessity of it, but learning each year that they taught us the wrong science last year, year after year, is a bit frustrating. I was taught that you put your hands on the steering wheel at 10 and 2. My teen daughter learned this summer to put her hands at 9 and 3 in driver's ed. Apparently it's safer if when airbags are deployed. When I was in school I was told that Marilyn Manson got his own rib removed for reasons that are hazy to me. It turns out that isn't true though. That having a bachelor's degree in any subject was a fast pass to a high-paying job. That the Pilgrims and Native Americans got along wonderfully. Pluto was a planet in our solar system. Some variation of, you need to know X because you won't always have Y to help you. Y could be calculator, computer, the internet, a dictionary, map, etc. etc. Indigo was in the color spectrum, Roy G. Biv. Now it's just Roy G. BV because the wavelengths aren't distinguishable enough for most people. The Civil War was about states' rights and not slavery. The southern states literally stated their reasoning for breaking away from the Union was mainly due to slavery. Left-right brain. Taste buds. Boys grow up to be doctors, lawyers, and businessmen. Girls grow up to be mothers and nurses. I was literally taught this in the 2nd grade. I'm old. Christopher Columbus discovered America. Now New evidence proves that Vikings were in America hundreds of years before Columbus. There have been found archaeological evidence of them being there at 1021, while Columbus was there in 1492. Sorry for bad English. Never ever use a tourniquet to stop bleeding. You need to be able to write in cursive. I now enjoy being able to write and have people not be able to read it, not just because of my horrible handwriting. You will use sin, cos, and tan every day in your life henceforth. Pluto is a planet. The Earth is 6,000 years old. Disproven long before it was taught to me. I'm a little behind the times. Poor Pluto. It got done dirty. You'll always be a whole official planet in my heart. You the best Sailor Moon girl. Don't you worry. Columbus was a hero. Lie. The government cares about you. That the US Civil War was about states' rights. That sex is only for male pleasure and making babies. That masturbation is only for men. Cracking your knuckles gives you arthritis. DAIE taught me that I'd be offered free drugs all the time. I learned that Native Americans moved to Oklahoma to make room for white colonists. I learned that greed is actually good and that sharing things is actually bad, though nobody could tell me why. Something latent McCarthyism, I guess. I learned that homosexuality is a mental illness. Not necessarily debunked, just the science has changed. The classification of many living organisms has changed dramatically in the last 30 years, some even in entirely different kingdoms. That the Civil War was about states' rights and not about slavery. Went to middle school in Mississippi. That I won't have a calculator on me at all times in the real world. I could be whatever I wanted when I grew up. Pretty much everything about nutrition. See food pyramid. Work yourself until you're exhausted all the time and everything will work out and be great. Only humans have feelings, empathy, analytical skills, opposable thumbs, sense pain and so on. In American schools, the textbooks taught us a very one-sided version of major events in history. What really sticks out is how the books describe the way that the United States was established in North America as a peaceful, friendly and positive thing, when in reality it was a partial genocide on the Native American Indians. Thanksgiving is a celebration of when the Pilgrims and Indians sat down to have a happy, loving meal together. We're going to run out of oil in 50 years. East Germany, for starters. Christopher Columbus discovered America. The Bible is in fact not the inerrant word of God. That it's the girl's fault when guys can't control themselves because of how they were dressed. That you need higher education to succeed in life. Boy, I'm glad I didn't buy into that baloney after seeing all the folks living massive amount of their life in student loan debt. Meanwhile, I'd be doing pretty damn well as a good old-fashioned blue-collar boy. Pluto's still got a special place in my heart, planet or not. The sun is a gas. They might be giants taught me the truth. BMI is absolutely trash. It doesn't tell you anything, and they changed it so that the obesity categories has a lower threshold. Pluto being a planet. Degrees grant you jobs. To be fair, important jobs in society can still require degrees. Depends on what role you're going for. You won't always have a calculator in your pocket. That I won't have a calculator in my pocket when I grow up, Sparkles. You need to learn how to do math in your head. You'll never carry a calculator around in your pocket all the time. That glass is a very slow-moving liquid. I'm updating all my shit real quick. The capital of Kazakhstan is